What if, what if your past never existed? What if you were born today? What if all that count and all that matter is what you are going to do today, what you can do now? See, in life, a lot of people get stuck. A lot of people simply stop living because they are too attached, because they let whatever they did in the past run in their mind 24/7. They are constantly thinking about the things they used to do, the places they used to be, the experiences. That's why a lot of people use this saying, anytime in the past was better. No, anytime in the now, anytime in the present is the best time ever, because the past is gone. The past is gone. Imagine if your past never existed, how free you were going to be, how free you were going to act, how much time were you going to spend believing, working on yourself to simply create the life that you want. But because you let your past define you, oh, but I did this in the past, oh, but I was this person in the past, oh, but this happened to me in the past, well, I was like that this 5 years ago, this happened to me 10 years ago. You have a lot of people letting things that happened to them 10 years ago still affecting them until today. Why? Because they keep the idea in their mind that the past is what defined them. The past is part of their identity. Without the past, they are nobody. Without the past, they are nothing. All of those things are false. All of those things are false. Free your mind from whatever experience, whatever happened to you in the past. Stop giving your past the control to shape you into the person you are today. Guess what? Whatever you did in the past, that person is gone. That person is dead. You cannot go back to the past. Even if you run a marathon to go there, you cannot go to the past. So why do you keep letting past circumstances, past events allow you? Don't look back to the past. That is nothing you're going to find there. Whatever you did in the past, well, use it as a learning experience and keep going. Me for the past, no. There are certain things, a lot of things that I did in the past that I didn't want to do, that I'm ashamed of nowadays. But guess what? Those things does not define me, because the person I was in the past, that person no longer exists. The person I was in the past, that was the person I was supposed to be, because that person that I was in the past at that moment, that person was living experiences, had a mindset, an attitude, behavior that I no longer had. So definitely I'm not the person I was in my past, which is the reason why a lot of you are unhappy. You are miserable because you keep letting whatever happened 5 years ago, 10 years ago, get into your head, get into your heart. Heal yourself. Overcome it. I'm going to ask you again. How free are you going to, can you feel today if you just imagine that your past didn't exist? How free, how much energy, how much courage are you going to have today if you simply put yourself in mind that the idea that your past didn't exist? How much courage, how much energy, how many things were you going to do? How many things were you going to try to explore, to achieve, to overcome, at least to try? But because you are thinking always in the past, right? You are thinking, oh, I was this person. Well, I did this. Oh, I felt this way. This happened to me in the past. Let your past die. Let your past go. No matter whatever you did in the past, that person no longer exists. That person no longer exists. And because the present is the only time that matters the most. The present is the time in where the future, the past collapse. Because this now is all the thing that is all that is happening. This is the only real thing. Me right now is the real me, is the only thing that I know of. This is what is happening, what is in the present. This is the reality you are seeing. You cannot run a marathon to go to the future, and you cannot walk backwards to go to the past. Stop letting whatever happened in the past control you, manipulate you, shape you into the person you are today. Stop giving your past that power. Oh, because this in the past, because they did this to me in the past, is gone. That person you were in the past, you are not even that person anymore. You are not a person anymore. Because every single day, guess what? You can change yourself. But a lot of people are scared of changing, so they prefer to stay in the same misery. They prefer to keep telling themselves the same stories of the past, the same stories, the same idea, the same behaviors, because they want to live in the past. Well, if you cannot let your past die, then go back to your past. Can you go back? No. Might as well you move forward from your past. Every single day that you wake up as of this is the first day of your life, and see how much energy you are going to have, and see how much you will be motivated and inspired to go after the life you want. I'm going to say it again. Imagine every day that you wake up that this is the first day of your life, and act as this is your first day of your life. That no matter what you did yesterday, today you can be a completely different person. You are never going to become the person you want to become if you are too attached to the person you used to be. Your past is gone. Your past no longer exists. The person you were in the past, that person is dead. Oh no, because it happened to me in the past. Oh, 5 years ago. Oh, 2 years ago. 10 years ago. I don't know. This happened to me 20 years ago. It's in the past. But because you keep telling yourself those stories, you keep having the same belief, you keep telling yourself the same song, you keep having the same program on your mind, you keep having the same program on your subconscious mind about the person you used to be, the things you used to do, that person no longer exists. The present is all that matters. Be in charge of your present. Take ownership of your present. Whoever controls your past, whatever stories you tell yourself about your past is going to keep controlling you. And you cannot take ownership of your present if your past still controlling you. And you cannot build your future if your past still controlling you. So take ownership and be in control of your present. Today is the day that matters the most, because you don't know 100% if you're even going to see tomorrow. Do you know that? No. So take charge of the present. Take ownership of the present. That you understand that whatever you do today, whatever you say today, is going to give you something tomorrow. You cannot touch the future, but you can build it. When and how do you build the future? Today, in the present, is the best time. Matter of fact, is the only time that matters the most, and is the only time in where you can build the future you want to build. Focus on now. Focus on today. Whatever you did yesterday is gone. You cannot change it. You cannot fix it. I don't know what it is, but it's gone. Let it go. Today you have a fresh start. What are you going to do with that fresh start? Today is the first day of your life. Make the best out of it. You cannot run a marathon to go to the future, and you cannot walk backwards to go to the past. The only time that matters the most, the only time that can impact you the most, that can change you the most, that can shape you the most, it is the present. In your future, if you want to hold the future, the best way you can build your future is today. Because whatever you do today, you're going to pay for the consequences tomorrow in the future. There is a Chinese says that goes like, the best year to plant a tree was 200 years ago. And the other best time is now, today. Imagine if today was the first day of your life. Matter of fact, imagine if your past never existed. How much energy, how much courage, how much energy, how much motivation, inspiration you will have to go after the life you want. You will have to love yourself, to believe in yourself, and to try multiple and different things. Just imagine if your past never existed. How free, how powerful, how amazing were you going to be today?